The cabinet gathered in Hamilton to plot out their goals and ambitions. Hanging over it all, the grim prospect of yet another tough year.
There is still a lot of uncertainty in the world economy. We still do not know for sure how the plane is going to land.
The runway is short, the list of needs is long and growing. The finance minister has to deliver new health funding for a system in crisis and in need of reform. Meaningful progress on pharmacare to satisfy the political deal with the NDP. And a clear response to massive green tech incentives in the United States to keep Canada competitive.
Those are also issues that Canadians are looking to us to respond to.
If you go too far, too fast, the Bank of Canada is going to simply ratchet things up and make the interest rate environment more challenging.
These experts briefed the cabinet on the balancing act that's facing them, meeting that list of growing needs as warnings of a recession grow louder.
We can expect the economy to slow significantly. We can expect that the unemployment rate will rise. Whether or not we'll have a hard landing is something that no one really knows.
That analysis backstopped by stark warnings from a former Bank of Canada governor. A paper co-authored by David Dodge claims Freeland was too optimistic in her economic update last fall, and that inflation and a possible recession may punch a $60 billion hole in her budget. A grim forecast that makes that plane even harder to land.
I think that's the approach that governments should always take to putting together a budget. If there's less fiscal room, you can do less.
So, David, I mean, it certainly seems like this could be a tough year ahead. The Bank of Canada could make it a bit tougher Wednesday.
Yeah, it's kind of good news, bad news on that front, Adrienne. The bad news is there's a consensus the Bank of Canada will hike rates once more, this time by about 1/4 point. The good news, this is likely the last rate hike, if not for good, at least for a while, because the data shows that inflation is slowing. The expectation is real progress on that front by this summer. But those higher rates, Adrienne, are going to have to stay in place for most of the year to really finish that job.
All right, David Cochrane in Hamilton, thank you.
Thank you.